Well, first of all, congratulations on the show. It's a wonderful show, and I really, really loved it. I went into the show with a blank mind, and I'm just so happy as to how it turned out. So, I would like to start this interview by mentioning that like in a world full of superheroes, we usually see the same sort of elements like fast speed or invisibility, but you took those elements and you created an absolutely novel situation with it. And I know you have been probably asked this before, but what was that moment when you realized that I have this idea and I really want to make this into a show? And I like, what was the initial inspiration and the creative process behind it?
Yeah, it sort of took several steps to get there, I think. I think I started off wanting to write like a really traditional sort of British Irish flat share sitcom. So kind of just like a straight comedy, maybe a bit of drama. But it just sort of, I don't know, it kept falling flat and it didn't really sort of say anything, didn't really have a point of view. Um, and I was writing this at the time when sort of, superhero movies were exploding everywhere, so it was just kind of a sort of out of the blue thought one day to mash them together and see how it would work to take this genre that is all about being the best and the fastest, the strongest, and then combine it with this genre and these characters that are the opposite of that. They're sort of on the lowest rung. They don't know what they're doing with their lives. They're kind of useless. So yeah, the second those two things came together, I think just all the ideas sprung out of that, really.
And even though it might be perceived as a superhero project, there's really much more to it. Like there's obviously humor and fiction and emotions, and obviously the character bonds. One of the best things about this show, besides the fact that it deals with so many diverse topics, is how it conveys such deep and impactful messages through the character arcs. So, was this an already existing decision that you made while writing this show that I want to spread some sort of message through these characters, or did you just have a plot in mind and you just decided to go with it?
Yeah, I think it was really based, yeah, on that. It kind of all came from that, just like a feeling, and the feeling is, I'm not good enough. Everyone around me is, doing well in their career, or they're getting engaged, or they're finding their path in life, and you just, you don't feel special, like you have anything to offer, or you don't know where you belong, which is quite a universal feeling, I think. Um, so everything kind of came from that, and I think even plot comes from that and character comes from that. So it all has to come back to it. So yeah, I guess there is a message to it, but you never want to feel like it's very preachy. So it's kind of coated in this nice sort of comedy, kind of sugar over the top. So you kind of don't really notice that you're getting it, is hopefully the case.
Well, since you are the writer, I have to ask you, who is your favorite character out of the show? And was there ever any element, any superhero ability, or any plot line that you really wanted to add in the show, but you decided to not go with it?
Oh, I don't know about favorite character because I love them all, but I think the character I most like is definitely Jen. Like I think that comes from it's not autobiographical, but I think all the emotion and the feelings of that character definitely come from me and my experience. I feel like I've been in a very similar place. And then as for stuff that didn't, I don't know, we kind of used a lot. There's definitely I've got a big Word document of powers that I haven't got around to using yet. So I don't know. There's just really stupid ones that I like. Like, oh, I don't know. There was one that it was like someone that can heal someone. So they were a doctor, but they were an idiot. So they like achieved this great thing in society, but were just like the dumbest person and didn't earn it in any way. So there were things like that that just are lovely little ideas that didn't quite get in. But I think what we do have is really rich. So I don't miss it.
Yeah. Well, you said that you sort of feel like Jen is sort of incorporated, like all her qualities from your real life self. So, in the end of the episode, without spoiling it, like there is some sort of moment where Jen is content with herself and she feels like I am good enough even though if I don't have superpowers. So what according to you is Jen's superpower? Like is it one of her personality traits? Is it the way that she has no filter? Or is it the way she interacts with all of these people? So what would you say in a world full of superhero is this person who has no power, her superpower?
Yeah, her like her not quite superpower, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. I always saw her as quite a brave character. I think that's probably where we diverge, is that, she's sort of found out she's missing something in life, so is just gonna throw herself at trying to find it or trying to find a substitute for it. Whereas I think I'll just wallow in my room a little bit, So I think that sort of just yeah, refusal to quit, I think is probably, for better or worse, is probably Jen's quote unquote superpower.
All right, that's it. And thank you once again for taking out the time to talk to me. This show is amazing, and I can already feel that it's going to be garnering a massive response from around the world because it's just very, it's like it deals with a lot of diverse topics, not just adult comedy and or superhero abilities. So thank you once again for talking to me.
That's all right, my pleasure. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you.
Right. See ya.